Alright, everybody, I want to talk about Village of Shadows difficulty on Resident Evil 8. I've beat every difficulty except that. And on my channel, you can see the Heisenberg fight on Village of Shadows difficulty, and I died at probably 10, 15 times, but I finally got him. The next section to come up is Chris's section. And I'm going to give it a few runs off stream and see just how good I do on it before I put it up there. Because I don't, I don't want you guys to watch an hour of me just stuck. But my thoughts on the game now, since I've beat easy, normal, and hardcore, and I'm almost done with Village of Shadows. Capcom really outdid themselves with this game. I mean, that Heisenberg fight on Village of Shadows is right up there with Nemesis in RE3 remake on Inferno. I mean, I've played some hard games in my time, like Bloodborne, Dark Souls, Sekiro. This is right up there with that. Like Village of Shadows, you can do it without infinite ammo, which I am using infinite ammo on mine, just because, man, I worked for it. But if you were to do that without infinite ammo, you're really gonna have to play and play and play and play to get all your strats down, get the AI down, memorize the boss's attack patterns, and all that different stuff. Which I thought, when the game was first announced, I thought that Lady D was the final boss because they hyped her up so much in those trailers. But then she's only in the game for, if you know what you're doing, you can get out of the castle within 30 minutes and you no longer see her. After her, you go up against Donna in the house with the baby. That baby, I've never had a Resident Evil game scare me like that. Well, I have, but not in a long, long, long time. So awesome. Capcom needs to keep this up. I mean, it has the feel of RE4 as far as the action goes, but then there's the horror aspect they've included too. It's kind of like RE7, but ramped up a few notches. I really do enjoy playing the game. I can play it forever. And they have now, I've heard that they have the unlock everything on the PS Store and Xbox Live Store. But I don't want to do that. I mean, it's more fun to work on it yourself and unlock the things yourself. And boy, there are some hard things in there. Like getting triple S or double S rank on all mercenaries maps. Yeah, screw that, dude. I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to pull that off. I'll have to watch some YouTube videos for that. And then there's beating it on uh Village of Shadows. You get 100,000 CP for that. And as I sit right now on my game, I have 131,000 CP points. And once I beat this, it's gonna kick me up to 200,000 to get. And then you start putting your money, towards all your weapons, upgrade them, and combine all of their customizable parts. Then you can unlock infinite ammo for your weapons. And I know that hand cannon I'm using on that video with I don't know why I'm pointing at my TV, on that video with Heisenberg. That gun is awesome. I can't wait to get in there on easy with that gun and just annihilate everything. But Capcom really needs to keep this up because if 9 is rumored to release in 2024, is anything like this, what could they do to make it better? And they say at the end of this one, I'm sure enough people have played it to know that it says the father story has now ended. So is Rose gonna be the bad guy or girl in the next game, and Chris has to take her down once and for all? And that be Chris's final mission? Very possible. Or judging by the ending scene, is Chris gonna have to go and take down the BSAA, the organization that he joined and became captain of. There's just so much they could do with this next game. And then RE Verse, it's supposed to release sometime this month. I can't wait to check that out. I know it's a free for all type game, kind of like Call of Duty, but I think it would be really cool just to check it out and see what it's all about and see what all characters you can play as and what different attacks they have and stuff like that. But so far, of all the RE games I've played, nothing has topped RE2. And I'm not talking about RE2 Remake. I'm talking about OG RE2. That game has a special place in my heart. It always will. I love it. It's an amazing game. Even when I play it now, it's like being back in there for the first time. And then RE2 Remake, they really nailed that one. 3 could have been so much better had they let Dev Team 1 work on it. But see, they were working on this. They were working on Village right alongside RE3. So they had Team 2 take care of that game. The same voice actor that plays Jill, she plays, what's that chick's name in Village? The one you meet at the beginning of the game? I can't remember her name. And I think she plays Daniela, one of Lady D's daughters. And so, what's the hardest that I've encountered so far in this difficulty? The hardest section up into this Heisenberg fight was definitely the first Lycan attack. I mean, I must have died 19, 20 times at that point. Even with my infinite magnum, it's just getting your shots on point, and I'm a terrible. You'll see on the video if you guys watch. I'm a terrible shot. So that was the first kind of roadblock that I'd hit, and I'm like, oh, I'm never gonna progress. And then last night I made it up to Heisenberg, and he was my second roadblock. He had me roadblocked for about a day, which, as you see in the video, if you guys watch it, I beat him tonight. Finally beat him. But then I know that Chris's segment's coming up. And that just seems like it's going to roadblock me for at least a month. And I can't wait to see what Miranda's going to be like on this difficulty. Oh my god. If I didn't have my infinite magnum, man, there's no way I'd even be able to upload that live stream I did tonight. Because I would have never made it through the first part of the freaking game. Oh yeah, the big dude with the hammer. When I fought him on Village of Shadows, I kind of thought he was going to roadblock me. But he only killed me twice. And that infinite magnum saved my life. But like the enemies on that difficulty versus easy, on easy they kind of back off of you and they watch you and wait for you to attack. On the Village of Shadows, they run at you. Like if you shoot and you miss, they jump this way or jump that way. And then before you know it, they're right up in your face. And you get hit twice, you're dead. It's just, that's that. You're dead. And it's like, damn, man. Could they have made it somewhat doable? Which, so far, is doable with the right setup, the right strats, you know. But if you don't know what you're doing, like say you complete it on easy first, and then you can unlock the Village of Shadows difficulty, don't just jump to it. Go through normal, and then go through hardcore to work yourself up to that kind of difficulty level. Because, man, I was going to try my first run on hardcore, and I watched some YouTube videos of people doing it, and I'm like, there's no possible way I could even get halfway through the game. So I stuck it on easy, and some people would say, I'm a wimp for doing that. You're supposed to play on normal. But every new game like this, I play on easy first, just to get a feel for the game, get the controls worked out, see how it plays, and find out what I can do, you know, as far as strategy goes. And a lot of the time in the latest Resident Evil games, or later games, you didn't really need strategy. Like 5 and 6, you didn't really need strategy. 7, you needed a little bit of strategy, but this game, Village, you really got to get some strategy going, because if you just run in there guns blazing on Village of Shadows, you're gonna get screwed. I was in the what is that place called? Their den, the Lycan Den, and I got through the first section, and then you go to the second part of it, and you hear that roar happen and the screaming, and I seen four of them coming at me. I shot one with the Magnum and ran through. I saw an opening. I ran through that opening, and by the time I reached where you use the zip line, I was surrounded by like 15 enemies, and I had no chance. It's awesome. I love this game. I can't believe what they've done with it. And if it's this good on PS4, I'd love to see it on PS5 just to see how it looks. Because the PS4 graphics look absolutely awesome. I have no issues with it. The only issue I have with the PS4 version is sometimes you'll go into a new room, like a door or something, and it'll have a little loading screen for just a moment. But it don't really bother me none. As long as it doesn't slow down your pace, it don't bother me. But that's my thoughts on it, and I can't wait to get Village of Shadows done, and then I'll after I do that difficulty, I'll stick it on easy or normal and try to find a way through my PS4 to do a full game stream, and we'll play the game from start to finish. Just because Resident Evil is, I could play those games for hours. If I had the classic trilogy, I'd sit down on like a weekend off and play all three of them back to back. I could do that. I could play probably the first four games back to back. But I gotta figure out how to get my PS4 to go longer than an hour first. So if someone knows how to do that, let me know how to do that in the comments. I would greatly appreciate it. And I thank you guys for watching. I hope you're all taking care out here. It's storming down here where I'm at tonight. It's raining. Well, it was raining pretty good. So I figured, why not talk about a horror game, before I go to sleep and stuff. So everyone take care. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. And I appreciate you watching.